As we are waiting
We are live. We are live.
for we live.
We live. What up, tribe?
What up? What up? What up?
So I'm going to start us
Oh,
off today. I'm going to do our chakra that is for the third eye. You guys ready?
let's
Yes,
do
ma'am.
it.
All right. So
Got
this
me.
chakra is said to be located in the center of your head, parallel to the middle of your eyebrows. It's believed to be linked to perception, awareness, and spiritual communication. Some say that when the third eye is open, it can provide wisdom and insight, as well as deepen your spiritual connection. And then I looked up something that says, what do you see when your third eye is open? And it says, when your third eye is open, you can experience clairvoyance, visions, and extrasensory perception. The third eye opens the doorway to your subconscious to enable you to communicate and to receive messages and information from the higher consciousness and other dimensions of consciousness. And the tribe, you guys don't know this, but we check in every time we do an episode. We check in with each other and we do a little mental health check and how we're doing spiritually, mentally,
It's not little.
physically. It's not little. You're right, Mash. But we all kind of shared a lot of things that were coming up for us. And so I want to make sure that we open up that chakra so we feel connected and clear. So,
Can I say something about that chakra real quick? I think I remember reading
sure.
like your third eye is. I feel like I have my third eye open for a bit now, but I think they said like especially when you smoke weed and shit, like it's supposed to help open
Yes.
your pineal gland. I think that's the gland that they also say is about like your third eye too. So
Yes.
I believe in that
And
shit.
that's in your brain. Yep.
hmm
All right. Let's go.
Let's
Maybe
do it.
awake, shake up. Or not.
He's up. He's on
Hey,
mute, but
guys.
he's up.
I said
You
I'm
ready?
listening. I'm listening.
All right. Ready, guys. Let's open up our
Do it.
third eye. I'm complete.
Hey, all right. That feels good. All right. Now that my third eye has opened. Okay. Now that my third eye has been activated,
Activated.
we about to
Ooh.
activate this episode.
Ooh.
Okay. All
Holy
right.
Spirit,
Okay. Because we
activate.
live now. All right.
Holy Spirit.
All right.
Spirit,
Whew,
active.
whew, whew. Okay.
Activate.
All right.
Activate.
So let me
Activate.
introduce let me introduce my co-host of this lovely show. Okay. Who am I gonna start off with? Any mini miny. All right, so y'all remember that nasty cold front that we had in Texas a while back? You know, rumor has it that
It was chilly. It was chilly.
it was really chilly.
Real cold.
So,
Real icy. Real
no.
icy.
Rumor has it that my next co-host was seen leaving the scene of the crime not too long after that.
Frigid.
That'd be
I
me.
love it.
That'd be
I
me.
love it.
I'm just saying.
I love it.
Okay, she has served this country, and now she serves vegetarian food to herself because health and wellness and shit. All right.
Facts.
All right.
You
so
are what you eat.
Right. So if you're gonna pull up on her, bring a lunchbox. All right. If you don't want to be eating all that leaf shit all day. Okay.
Shut up.
All right. She is a 5-time homebody pole dancing champion. Okay. And
My name is
queen.
Cinnamon.
To talk about it. And she is queen of the LBMs. Okay. All right. Everybody,
Little
please give
booties
it up.
matter. They do. They do matter.
Give it up for my Trini dancing partner, TJ. What up, TJ?
I love your wine. What up, tribe?
Of course.
Yeah, that's right. Little booties matter. Shout out to all my little booty bitches out there. Okay.
Facts. Okay. All right. Let me see. So on to the next. This next co-host, okay. He's the reason why silence is deadly. All right. An introvert at heart. But when he get on this shit, this platform right here, okay, all that shit go out the window. All right.
This shit right here, nigga. This shit right here.
Okay. Master of the jump rope. Okay. He does it all. Speed rope, heavy rope, double Dutch, single Dutch.
Just started incorporating the 3 pound motherfuckers now. Them
All right.
bitches is heavy.
See 'em. All right. Real shit. I feel like that was some
That
Avatar
Dutch.
Earth, wind, fire.
Double Dutch.
Double Dutch. What's it called? All right, he's currently working on a potion. Actually, last time I checked, this potion will chemically melt the dicks of all sexual offenders on the planet. All right.
I remember that episode. I remember that episode.
What episode was that? What episode was that? I forgot.
A dark one.
That was
A very, very dark one.
Very dark one.
I don't know. But
I gotta look.
anyway,
I'll get back to you guys, tribe, so you guys can check out that episode. I'll get back to you.
Yeah,
I believe
so
it was a about this episode.
If you think
Which
about
one?
touching somebody's no spot, please don't do it. All right, he will find
Current
you.
events?
All right, it might have been. I'm not sure.
Mhm.
All right,
Got a lot of them, not sure.
he's a comic enthusiast with a vast collection of some of the world's most sought after publications. All right, Boogie, say what up to the tribe.
Peace and love, everybody. This is Sly Boogie, your silent, awkward introvert or lovable introvert, whatever you want to call me.
I like
But
that. Silent, awkward introvert.
Yeah, unfortunately, that's a bit accurate in terms of just me. But anyway, just peace and love, everybody. Tribe, thank you so much for just tuning in as you usually do. Feel free to check me out on YouTube. There's a game I've been streaming called Elder Scrolls Legends, and it's available on pretty much all platforms, PC, mobile, Xbox, PlayStation. And I just do a lot of videos in terms of teaching about how the game works, advanced strategies, etc. It's just a dope, fun card game to play. And if you're a fan of Yu-Gi-Oh from back in the day, you may appreciate it. So just wanted to kind of shout that out and come through and check the channel out. That's about it.
Facts. All right, bet. All right, for my next, and y'all know who it is. I don't even know, but I don't want to have to look her in the eye and have to do this, but it's fine. I'll do it now.
Zone 3, 3, 4, 2, 3.
Don't do that, dog.
Two,
Don't do that. You know
Alright,
she don't like
alright.
Nah, that's her shit.
Don't do
That's
that,
her
Let me tell you about her. Let me tell you about her, though.
Spin the
Okay.
block, bro. Don't
Now-
do
now-
it.
let me
Love
tell you something.
introductions.
I got this. All right, look. I watch a lot of Marvel movies, but one thing I realized throughout the years is that not all heroes wear capes, and this next co-host saves lives literally every day. Okay. The last person that zoned her shit, matter of fact, legend has it, they ended up in a Toyota Corolla trunk out in El Paso, my nigga. All right.
And also, last nigga that zoned her shit moved all the way from New York to Portland. Like, they not even in the same state no more.
So no fly zone.
Real
no
shit
fly
got.
zone.
You know what I mean?
So no fly
that's
zone.
evidence.
Kid.
That's facts.
All right.
You saving
Facts.
and
All right.
taking lives, huh?
All right. She's a former track star and damn near an Olympian in my mind. All right. Wanderlust, Island Hopper, and a Caribbean representative. All right, everybody, welcome the Queen of Trifecta, Mo. What up, Mo?
Hi guys. Love my intro. Flash, you do the best
course.
intros, by the way.
He
I'm
does.
coming
It's
for
your
y'all.
girl
I'm coming for
Mo.
y'all.
You always know I represent the Bronx Co-op City Section 5. And of course, don't ever
Facts.
zone my shit.
Facts.
You
Don't
know.
zone it. El Paso, my nigga. El Paso. El Paso.
Roll up.
With no gas. No gas in your
Yeah.
tank, though.
All right. This nigga, you probably think I was gonna say you for last, little hoe, but I'm not. Anyway, he makes sure that we try to keep this show just a little bit sophisticated by bringing you folks the wonderful word of the day. Sometimes it's the word of the week because this nigga don't know what the fuck he doing, but it's cool. It could be the day of the week, whatever he wants. All right. All right. He has got the gumption to approach all women on the soca dance floor and give them the best 2 minutes of their lives that they have ever seen. Okay.
Seven on
All
deck.
right. Yeah, all the way.
You didn't forget
And
the
look,
HSD
and look.
though.
Nah, don't forget it. All right. And peep game, if she stays longer than 2 minutes on that dance, then he's going in hot. Okay.
God,
Yeah.
facts.
Right. You got 2 minutes. All right. Now you can catch his next performance probably somewhere along a soca stage near you. Okay. Or you can catch him on our Instagram, dressed like a real pretentious lawyer. Okay. Was that a word? Was that a word? Pretentious?
Yeah, it's pretentious.
Pretentious
You
Yeah.
said before.
is one
I
of
got
our
it.
words of the day.
It's
Bong.
more like a bail bondsman as opposed to a lawyer,
Yeah,
but okay.
Yeah. A very cheap suit, but it's fine. All right. But anyway, please welcome the crypto god himself. Okay, Shake. the
America's favorite fuckboy.
Assholes.
one. AFF.
Yo, Shake is in the house, Mr. HSD himself, America's favorite. Let him know, bro. AFF.
I got you, bro.
Nah, I can't, but I still can't subscribe to the last F of just AF. All right. Thank you guys for listening in.
Got you.
Thank you guys for
All right.
listening in, and thanks for the intro, Flash.
I got you. Yo, last but not least, okay. Now,
Drip, drip.
wait, hold on, let me think. All right, so look, my next co-host has redefined I'm glad you can smell it. Hold up. My next co-host has redefined what chocolate wasted is. Okay. He actually took it too far. All right. He has a black belt in blacking out, but he also has a master's in his black skin. Okay. He is known to always be making some real fantastic, cool ass meal on them nice granite counters. Okay. It's granite, right? Chop, nigga. All right. He's also known to grow his own food. All right. Slowly preparing for the zombie apocalypse that will consume you all if your flesh is weak and tasty.
Fucking right.
Okay.
Fucking right.
Fucking right. But so take the time to listen to this man's story, okay? Because it will grow on you. All right. Imported from the land of spew itself.
Yeah,
so when he say drip, please say the drip, and welcome my homie Mash to the show.
Yo, what's good, everybody?
Yeah.
It's your boy Mash, aka Sir Drip, aka the Spew Guy. Drip. Please say the drip.
Drip.
There we
Yo,
go. Thank you,
Yo,
gang.
Mash,
I appreciate y'all. What's good, Pop?
If you was really serious about preparing for the zombie apocalypse, you definitely be working on your cardio, my nigga. You gotta get out there and run. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
See what the problem is. See, you got your priorities wrong. I'm focused on my ammunition, so I don't gotta run. So I'm gonna hold down the fort, nigga. So you better be a good runner. All right? You better make sure your calisthenics is in order, my nigga, because my
calisthenics is in order, bro. It's in order.
But yo, at the end of the day, I know I'm faster than Shake, so I'm good. You
better duck these AR shells. Your nigga better be some real good ducking.
All right, yo, so as for me, okay, I am the people's perspective. I am the keyboard trapper. I am the curator of curiosity. I am Flash the philosopher, and welcome to another episode of Sophisticatedly Ratchet, where we give you the real in a world of fake. All right, y'all. Welcome,
that.
Facts on facts.
Now, before we get it back to me wanting to host this episode, I got to bring in act that we usually bring in here. He performs for us. So Shake, please bring us the word of the day.
Hey
guys, what is it? What is it today? What is it? It's a week of the day.
Word of
the week. Thank you for doing the song for me.
I got you, bro.
I don't have the energy to do it myself. I was out late last night, and then yesterday was like a cardio day for me. I brought that up. I ran for the first time in a few months because the weather was nice yesterday, and now today, nigga, I need a wheelchair, bro. Like my legs is fucked up right now. Like oh my god. Like,
you haven't ran in a while
after running 2 months, bro. It's been too cold.
Hey, it'd be like that, man.
New York is crazy.
Them legs got activated yesterday, but
50 degree day yesterday definitely activated it. So, all right. So today's word of the day, ladies and gentlemen, let me give it to you. Okay, so the word of the day, it was remiss, right? That was my original word of the day, but I was told that the word is too simple. Remiss. Y'all know what remiss is, most of you guys. And
I think my buddies still used it, but whatever.
My buddies say that they don't. You don't like mirror? You don't like remiss? I like.
You'll be remiss that you didn't use the word.
Exactly. I would be remiss that I didn't use the word. You know what? Fuck it. We're not even using colloquialisms today. We're gonna save that for the next one.
No, go ahead. Go ahead with colloquialism.
Come on, Shake. It's your word of the day, bro. You choose the word, bro. It's your word of the day. What you want, Shake? What you want, Shake?
Fuck it.
This nigga's conflicted, man.
Nah, fuck it. We're using remiss. So the word of the day is remiss. REMISS, right? It's a 2-syllable word, and I know I usually come with 3 syllables and better, but I love this word so much, and I used it in a sentence the other day, and I was just like, I hope everybody knows how to use this in a sentence. So remiss means lacking care or attention to duty, negligent, right? And basically, I would be remiss not to use the word in this podcast, which means I'd be negligent not to use the word, all right? Or I would be remiss if I left out the details of what happened in the story. And like I'm saying, like I said, that would be irresponsible. So remiss is a very easy word, and it'll be easy for you guys to kind of put it into your sentences. So please raise a finger or something to let us know that you need a point for that word, because it's so, I feel like it's so easy to put it into your regular like talking points, right? So
I agree.
Your regular talking points, like during the podcast.
Okay.
Oh
so
yeah, I'm gonna use it.
So we may miss it. So if we miss it, you just like, it will be remiss for you. It will be remiss of you not to raise your hand and say, "Hey, give me a point."
Okay.
Is remissive a word too? Like that would be.
I don't
remissive.
know if I feel like remissive means something totally different. I think it is a word, and it means granting or bringing up remission or pardon.
It's the adjective form of remission. Yeah, the cancellation of a debt, charge of penalty. So it's the adjective.
Yeah, I guess it's used specifically in like that, but the word is remiss. Okay. That's the word we're using for the day. Word of the day is complete. Flash, back to you, bro.
Yeah, thank you for that. I'd be remiss if you had to keep going on. So I'm glad that you can get it back to me. All right, do I get a point for that?
No point. No point.
Point whore. Point whore.
Flash trying to rack up the points early. Somebody give Flash his point.
All right. So Tribe, if y'all remember, we did a episode recently last week. If you're hearing this, we did it on a little bit of Black history. That was our Blackity Black episode. And well, guess what? You're in a surprise again, because we're back. All right, and we have another Blackity Black Volume 2 episode for you. It's not
Blackity Black Volume 2. Let them know what it's called, man. What's the name of the episode, bro?
I thought it was Blackity Black Volume 2. It's not.
Nah, it's supposed to be the Black of the Berry. This way to choose, bro.
Motherfucking right.
Oh.
Thank you, Shay.
Get this shit together, man.
Well, I mean that's the title after the.
Blackity you're right.
Black,
after
though.
Blackity Black, Blackity Black 2, the Black of the Berry.
I wasn't wrong. Right? Come on, bro.
You right.
I've
always really loved that term, the Black of the Berry, the sweeter the juice. I don't know what it is about that statement, but I feel like that statement is like.
It's because it's
sexy.
facts. That's what it is.
It's sexy, right? But it's also like sensual at the same time, but it's the truth, So I feel like that's an appropriate title for this episode.
Yeah, I like it. All right, so first order of business that I'm going to bring in as far as a question that I would love for the tribe to answer. All right, what do you love about being Black? Talking about the juice. Talking about the juice.
This is so great. This is a good question, but it's so loaded. I love that. Dang, this is a lot. So I love that I could be myself, but we've created a culture, right? Like, the Black culture, we've dominated sports. We're known to have rhythm. We've known to have our own style, our body shape. Our men are known for having big dicks, like that's the thing. And I'm not saying that that's the only thing about being Black, but our men are like chocolate. They're protectors. They're big. They're strong. Or they're known for that. The women, the bodies of the women, and I hate to mention it, but like our butts, our lips, and now that is something that we didn't like in the past, or it wasn't something that we were made fun of it. Oh, she got a big butt, or she got big lips, and now people are injecting their lips to have full lips like Black people and getting butt enhancements and stuff like that. So. I love that we're trendsetters. I love that we just have so much culture. And there's so much more, but that's what comes to my mind right away.
Nah, I fuck with you on that, TJ. I mean, I guess to jump in on that, what I love about being Black is just I don't want to say perseverance, but there's always, like, we're the culture that's always been kind of pushed down, I guess, for lack of a better term, in terms of just abuse and things that we've had to endure. And even today, it's like we're aware of that and we're pushing through. Like, I think that it's not just us, even people listening. There's hundreds of Black organizations of younger men and women that kind of get the history that was kind of taught down. I feel like what I love about being Black is that, we talk about history, and I feel like, we can kind of see in all of us how we've kind of embraced history and kind of done our own thing. Just the greatness of it all, the way kind of TJ was talking about, like LeBron James, and we're talking about Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant before him. shit, Michael B. Jordan or whoever you want to talk about that's currently in the acting world. There's just so many people that kind of, when you look at them, you see that they kind of had a little bit of respect for history, but at the same time paving their own way. I feel like Black people all over the world kind of do that. So that is what I love about it. You know, just our perseverance and the way that we push forward and just continue to strive and innovate.
Yeah.
Shout out to the diaspora. Yeah, because it's all over the world.
Facts. You know what I love about Black?
After you shake. Go ahead.
You gonna go after me? Okay. I love my rhythm. I love my style. I love our sexual presence. I love the women. I love the strength. I love the athleticism. I fucking love being Black. Fuck what you heard, son. Yo, sometimes I feel like a lot of people around the world kind of look down upon Black American people and shit, American Blacks, you know, especially and shit. But
I
feel like
we underestimated how society has made Black people look down on Black people as well. Like
that's a fact, and they've made society's made us look down on each other as well. Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's real.
Facts.
But you know, I fucking love being Black, and you know, although you know my father's from a Caribbean country, you know, I claim America. I'm an American Black man because that's who I am. I was raised here. I was born here. Like this is my culture. You know what I'm saying? And I've always loved my culture. I think we're the coolest fucking people on the planet. Real shit. And that's what I love about being Black.
Okay. So I love I love being Black. But I would be remiss if I did not mention when I was younger and being transparent as a darker skinned female, and seeing how, you know, during those times guys would kind of like flock to light skinned Puerto Rican females and Puerto Rican stuff like that. I'm gonna say, and I'm being honest, it probably was a time where I wasn't too fond of me being as dark as I am. But of course, as I got older, I have embraced myself. I love my skin. I love the clarity of my skin. I love the chocolateness of my skin. So I love being Black. I also love being Black because we are so strong as a people, and we're so strong, and people are so intimidated by us that they'll do anything to knock us down. That's how much power and strength that we have. People want to be like us. Like we said, we are athletes, trendsetters in everything that we do. I feel like in everything that we do, we excel. And people are pissed by that.
At, like the image of us right now, like those six of us looking at our hair, the way we kind of present ourselves. Like back in the day, they'd find every excuse under the sun to kind of tear that down. From Mo's long hair to my beard to Flash's longer beard. You know what I mean? It's like there's so many things that, you know, people used to just really, I won't say take for granted, but they used to harp on us so bad where people used to feel like shit in terms of like having their hair a certain way. Like anyway, I don't want to digress into that. I'm so
no, that's a good point.
That's part of it. No, and that's exactly why I went to the skin tone thing, because I'm not. Yeah, I can talk about, but I wanted to be very real and factual in that when I was younger, that's how I felt. You understand what I'm saying? Because those are the things that you see. And what I'm trying to say, that they do that to pin the Black color, the Black culture against each other. Oh, she's a lighter skin, she's a darker skin. Exactly. You know, so you grew up in that thinking, oh my gosh, I'm dark, nobody wants me, and that's not.
I want to piggyback on Mo's statement about society standard of beauty. You know, like society standard of beauty. And I would be remiss if I didn't acknowledge how that played a part of me as a little boy. I always used to like Street Fighter, right? And as a kid, I used to watch these characters fight. And when they would fight, their hair would always look so like luscious and wavy and shit when they'd be like doing all you kids and shit. I was like, damn, why my hair didn't look like that as a little boy? I would think about like, damn, I wish I had that type of hair. And I had to learn to love myself, or learn to love the things about being Black, to appreciate having curly hair, appreciate having locks, you know, but I had to make that connection. Like I wanted to have white people hair when I was a little boy, because that's how they were all drawn. That's how all my heroes were drawn. They're like, damn, why my hair don't look like that? You know,
I love your hair, Mash. If you guys are not seeing us, check us out on YouTube. Mash has amazing locks, and it's always done. He wears the bonnet to protect the shit at night. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to all my men.
Definitely be hopping on it.
Shout out to the beard gang people out there too. Y'all out there, y'all keeping real groomed and all that. Was good, Flash.
And I love the way it flows. I love when you put it, you braid it up and take it out. It's sexy.
Yeah, like it's curly.
You rock it well, King.
You know,
we got some groomed motherfuckers on the SR tribe right now. That's fact.
Just be honest, man. No, I was saying I don't put a bonnet on my beard. I actually just woke up like this, just to let you know.
Whatever. Woke up like
Love
this.
it.
Yo, I did. There was one last thing I did also want to piggyback on, just I guess Mash and Mo, and I guess it's also like we talk about how subconscious, I guess the image of Black people are. Like also, I have to also talk about employment, the image of how you had to present yourself in terms of having a job. Where, you know, I was bringing up about our parents and our hair, and it's like I think back in the day, looking the way Flash looked, the way Mash looked, the way I look, it's possible that our facial hair, we would not get a job because of the way we were based. I can't speak for women, obviously, in terms of the hair.
Oh yes, us too.
Oh no, it's a big,
Us
it's a
too.
big thing. Yeah, with women,
You can't wear
locks
your
and stuff.
hair, you know.
And
or
I
locks.
just felt how
Straight
dismissive
women were
and
perming their
unnecessary
hair.
that was.
Yeah.
You know, it's like so distracting from the fact that, you know, it didn't matter, it didn't have any effect on whether we could do the job or whatnot, and it was just used to kind of bring us down. And it's like, I don't know if that still goes on in
It
today's
does.
society.
It does.
I'm sorry to hear that it does. I hope that would have been something to stop. But
It
yeah,
does.
I just feel like it's like that's just something that needs to be kind of put out there, and I hope we kind of talk about that more in some form of fashion, because that shit needs to go.
We could have
Like
a
this
whole
whole-
episode on hair,
Like
honestly.
looking at Black people and assuming that they cannot perform the function
No.
based on the way they keep their hair is the most.
Facts.
It's not logical. It's not logical. It's not practical. It's not helpful. So I feel like
It would be
that shit need to go.
it would be remiss not to talk about hair. All right.
It was
So
remiss.
the-
Point slut. What a point
it
slut.
would be
Whatever.
remiss, right? But listen, check it. But as far as like hair goes, I'm glad y'all brought up hair because I feel like we should kind of talk about hair. And
That's a
like
whole
I just
episode.
want to talk about like my friend had shared a story on Instagram where she was taking her daughter to a new daycare center, and you know, the daycare center was mostly white. There was a lot of white folks there, and her daughter is like, you know, her daughter has a lot of hair. She's Black with a lot of like hair all over the place. It's curly, it's long, it's beautiful. You know what I'm saying? But when she went there, the lady kept pressing her about like, hey, oh my God, your daughter's hair is so beautiful. Why don't you straighten it? Why don't you straighten it? Like, and she brought that up to her multiple times throughout the conversation, and can tell she was visual. She could visually tell that she was, I guess, annoying my friend who's Black, right? And you know, because she keeps saying her hair is so beautiful. I don't understand why you don't straighten it. For me personally, I felt like that was low-key racism, right? And hear me out, right? Now, I feel like she was trying to make her uncomfortable because white people know how much of a taboo subject hair is with Black women, especially.
Wait,
You know what I'm saying?
one question, Shake. One question. The stylist was white?
No, she wasn't a stylist. This is the daycare center, bro. She was at a daycare center trying to enroll her daughter in the daycare center. She was checking it out, and the lady who was there, who I guess was like I guess like, you know, like some of these really good daycare centers, like not even daycare center, pre-Ks. I'm sorry, not a daycare, it was a pre-K, and like they kind of checked them out before or interviewed them before they start putting your kids in there. And the lady kept bringing up the fact that she should straighten
what
her
was
hair.
what was the ethnicity of the lady who kept saying like
She was
straightening
white.
your
She was
daughter's
white.
hair?
Thank you.
She was
Thank you.
white. And she kept pressing her about, and then she was like visibly annoyed by it. And they know it. That's that polite racism right there. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, you want to keep them out, so you say shit to make them uncomfortable. That's the type of racism. That type of racism exists where you can be polite and rude at the same time, and they know what they're doing.
Let me ask you.
I feel like it's appropriate to call them out on that too, and directly address that shit. I directly address that shit. Absolutely.
Do you think that was racism, or you think that was just her making a suggestion about what she thinks a preference would be?
Nah, I felt like the amount of times that she continued to bring it up, because she said she brought it up on maybe 3 or 4 different occasions, and this is during one interview. This is not over multiple days.
Got it.
This is on the same day. Okay, like as they go walking around the school and shit.
This ain't even got nothing to do with daycare. So it's
that's
like,
what I'm saying. So
you know
it's like, and then what I told her is the minute you straighten her hair, that's what they're gonna expect now. You got to keep your daughter's hair straightened. This is the dress code. I'm like, yo, leave your daughter's hair just the way it is. It's beautiful, just like that.
Yo, I'm sorry. I want to say one thing on that, Shake. I'm not an expert on like hair industry, whatever. But I have been reading and just watching shit online. There's bleach and shit and the chemicals that people put, like women particularly put in their hair. I don't think it's good for you. I feel like that fucks you up as you get old in terms of balding and shit like that. It ain't natural shit that they put in your hair.
Yeah, I don't think you have to do that in order to straighten it. I think I've heard of wash and
silk
press.
Yeah, silk press.
Yeah, wash and press. You know, I just found out
like
about
people
that.
There are
like chemicals though, like in terms of
there
like
are chemicals
out and all like that.
Yeah, like a perm. Like if you got a perm, that's some kind of.
This is
I understand, like that's not stuff
episode.
that you're supposed to put on your head at all. Like that shit fucks your hair up. And your head.
We'd be remiss if we didn't have an episode about this.
Oh
we should
gosh,
definitely
okay,
do that.
Mash. You coming
and
through
we-
with
yeah,
work.
We are getting
And also, needless to say, she did not choose that that
Daycare.
pre-K. She ended up taking her to, it was a pre-K. My fault. I corrected myself. She ended up going to another pre-K which had more black people in it, and it was a little bit more comfortable for her to interact with the people there. So I was definitely I definitely, I can't say I approved her decision because I'm not the kid's mom, dad, but I thought that was a good decision on her part.
I know we cut you off, Mash, with the whole stuff. Were you complete, Mash?
Oh no, I ain't get to tell y'all while I love being black. I love being black because I love being black for a lot of different reasons, but I love traveling being black. I love traveling being black because that's when it puts in perspective how dope it is to be black.
Oh yeah,
like
that's true.
when you bump into somebody black when you traveling and you give them the head nod and they give you the head nod back, you be like, that's what it means to be black. That connection, like, you good? I'm good. I got you. You know, like there's something really special that comes along.
I wanted to jump on something really quickly just because you just said that, Mash. I remember me and Tiffany was in Panama, and you just said traveling, and it's how people in other countries view you too. And I remember we was in the elevator. Do you remember what the lady said to us, Tiffany? TJ, I mean,
she beautiful negrita.
Beautiful negrita. She was like, oh my gosh, like beautiful. It was the way that she said it. Like you can tell, like she was just. It was like she was so. In you know, by how she was like, oh my god, like beautiful negritas, like beautiful, like just the way that she said it. It was kind of like, wow, like, you know, I was taken aback, but you know what I mean? I was just like, wow, like she like.
I said, would they say negrita? Negrita?
I think that's what she said, like you know,
beautiful
bonita, negrita, something like that.
Yeah, like
she,
beautiful black.
She would have been remiss if she didn't mention how beautiful y'all were. I'll just be honest with it.
Oh my gosh.
Go ahead, Mash.
Remiss to see how everybody's sucking that word off today.
I want to say something real quick about that, Mo. I remember going to China and they hadn't seen black people. So I remember walking through China and people were like, can I take a picture with you? And I have pictures of people putting their little kid in front of me and taking a picture. Like they wanted their kid to take a picture with me. And that's pretty common in China. So if you're black, they don't see a lot of black African Americans, and they can tell the difference between you being African and from America. They really can tell the difference. So I have pictures of like a Chinese family that wanted to take a picture with me. And I was like, can you take a picture of me with y'all too? So, you know,
it's like I love to look at that. Oh, you know, no, go ahead, TJ.
And I went to Indonesia one time and I was really shocked because like they're very dark skinned. And so a guy came up to me and he was like, he couldn't speak, you know, English, but he was like showing me his skin. He was like, our skin is very similar, like is what he was trying to show me. And I was like, yeah, we do look alike, you know? And that he looked like he was like a native of that land. So
nice.
I'm complete.
Yeah.
Nice.
Okay.
I love traveling, being black. I love sharing black stories. I feel like black stories are the best stories. No shade to nobody who tells stories, but when the story start with yo, my nigga, when the story start with my nigga, you know that story going pop. Or a story start with bitch, listen, like those type of conversations.
Well, bitch, let me tell you how did they actually say like yo, bitch, let me tell you something. No?
They are phenomenal.
Yes.
They are phenomenal stories.
I you know what? Go ahead, my fault.
Go ahead. I just love our story. I love our story. It's full of sorrow and it's full of heartache, but I love the way we handle it. Like, you know, like there's so many different angles in which we get pressed on or pressed down, but we have progressively checked each one of those things and we continue to make strides of improvement. It's amazing to me. It's amazing to me when I think about our story. It is so wild. That's what I love about being black. I'm complete. Go ahead, y'all. My fault.
Yeah, no, I like what you touched on with the story shit, because I feel like I do also feel the same way. Black people tell the best stories. I remember like when I used to do storytelling competitions when I was younger. And you know, you had to like memorize like a short book, and you would have to display that story in whatever way that you can enact it after you know memorize the book or whatnot. And I always remembered, like, I didn't want to just do any story. I always wanted to do like African folklore stories. So I always went to like African folklore because those were the stories that I used to always hear of. And
fuck with the Aesop's fables and shit.
Everything really. Anansi. I used to
Anansi, the spider. Yeah, that's a Jamaican one.
Yeah. I used to, but I used to, like I said, always remember like wanting to do those stories in front of people. And yeah, I just feel like that's something that the ancestors probably just kept into their culture, as far as like, this is how we I don't even know how to describe that, but it's like passing down those generations of history and culture and artistic vibes through telling those stories or whatnot. And I just love the fact that we do tell the best stories. As far as what I love about being Black, though, personally, I love my resilience. I don't think I let like any one thing in this world tell me who I need to be for anyone. I love how creative I get to be. I love Black colloquialisms. You know,
they're the best colloquialisms, the
best. I feel like
the Black conversion sweeter than juice is a colloquialism.
Ratchet is a colloquialism. Nigga.
Yes,
we
ratchet.
Say that we greet each other. What's popping? How you? Who that? That's all. That's
what's
Black
good.
colloquialism.
Yeah.
All of that.
The best one.
Yeah, but I feel like being Black to me means that I get to be excellent by my standards, and I love like the I don't really put a limit on that. So it's like I love that I get to explore all these things. I feel like in our culture there's a lot of whitewashing that goes on. We've been taught, or at least like they used to teach people like, hey, white skin is better, white hair is better, all this other shit. That's why it kind of triggered me when you said the shit about the girl's hair or whatnot. Cause I'm sitting here like, that's just a feeling that they probably have within themselves. But I feel like when you so loving about being Black, you don't have to look at that as like a way of beauty per se, nothing like that. No, you appreciate all the good things that come being Black, even if you want to straighten your hair. But it's like, just to know like I can have my Black hair and still be like excellent. That's a great thing. I feel like it took me a while, but I learned how to see my skin as like an asset instead of a liability in this country. And you know, I feel like once I understood how much power was attached to me, like it's just no limits for me from there. So yeah, but yeah, those are like a few of the things that I love about being Black. Absolutely.
Y'all niggas is whores.
Whores.
You remiss me not to say that you guys were whores.
Cool down.
All right. So, all right. Did everybody explain why they love being Black?
They did.
All right, cool. So let's move on
Yes,
to the
we
next.
did.
All right.
Let's jump into
So the next question I want to ask y'all is, do y'all support Black films because they are Black? And we not talking about the bootleg shit, like we talking about real Black films. Do y'all support real Black films?
Well, I want to ask a question about that. When you say Black films, you mean like Black produced films, like people who's a Black who made the films, or you mean films that just star Black people?
That's a good question.
I think you can make
both.
whatever it means.
Yeah.
Directed film or more Black actors. A Denzel Washington film. There's not going to be all Black actors, but
absolutely not.
You know, he's one of the main actors. You know, like
right.
Will
like
Smith.
It made me think of like Tyler Perry. Like he has a whole Black production company. Like, do we all support Tyler Perry just because he has an all Black production? Do y'all like Tyler Perry's products? Like,
I fuck with Tyler
that's
Perry.
what made me think. About
I've seen about.
I feel
mean,
like it's
honest.
okay if you don't fuck with Tyler Perry too.
Yeah,
I've
seen every movie that Tyler Perry has put out from the very beginning, which was Diary of a Mad Black Woman. I've saw every last movie that Tyler Perry has put out. I'm just being honest. I have.
Let me tell you something.
How did you support it? Did you pay at the movie theater? Because I think that's a part of the question too. Like,
people on
a
Black.
diary of a Mad Black
views are supported as well, so viewing it does count as well. Viewing counts.
So let's be the shit. That's a point.
So in regards to Tyler Perry, let's be honest. In regards to Tyler Perry, it was a time when he used to do plays. those plays were put on DVDs, and that is how he watched them. Because obviously he wasn't doing a play necessarily in New York, but that's how he started off with doing the stage plays. Then he went into he went into doing it in movies and movie theaters. And yes, I have supported it in the movie theaters, except for the only one I didn't see in the movie theater was, I think it was like the Halloween Boo or something like that. That one I saw on regular TV. But the last movie that he put out, which was one with the funeral, that was the last one that he put, I think, in the movie theaters. I actually went to go see that. Me and my mother went to go see that. But I do support, if it's a Black actor in it, and if the movie is going to be good, I support. If I feel like I'm going to enjoy the movie, yes, I'm going to,
For me, it's not just having a Black actor in it. For me, you know what? I am so proud of my people on how much they progressed in making our own movies. Like, I don't know if y'all remember some of Black movies that they used to be trash. Like, there was a lot of trash Black movies and shit. Like, they would just put out like
name a trash Black movie. Name a trash Black movie.
I got the hook up in all of shit.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But
hold on. You're not gonna play my man P. Miller. My man P. Miller was doing something different. He was a revolution, my nigga. Hold on.
Whatever.
It may not have been like, it may not have been some shit that'll win an Academy Award, but he did it for the hood. You know what I mean? He had Black characters.
I'd be remiss to not talk about the classics from the hood too. Like, I think
Soul Plane was an amazing film, and it got bootlegged. That's the only reason it didn't pop the way it should have popped. Soul Plane was amazing.
Soul Plane was
mad classic Black films back in the day, brother. So many.
Like the quality of films that Black people.
What about Pootie Tang? How y'all feel about Pootie Tang? That shit was hilarious.
I like Pootie Tang.
That was fun.
Pootie Tang was hilarious.
I love our culture in movies, so I'm definitely gonna go watch, especially Black comedies. I love going to see those. I've seen what's this guy Jordan Peele, when he puts out a movie, fucking amazing. I go out and support those movies
all the time. Know. It kind of lost me after Get Out. Get Out
wasn't that bad, bro. Get Out was great, but
Get Out was classic.
With the hands around the world, like what was that?
Oh,
Us.
I know the movie you're talking about. I like that movie, the family movie.
Was good.
I liked the twist at the end. I liked it. I thought it was okay.
Yeah, the end of it was kind of.
I mean, I wasn't expecting it to do better than Get Out. To be honest, I just wanted to view it as a standalone movie. I'm looking at it as a standalone movie. Thought it was pretty good.
Jordan Peele
as a standalone movie. I needed more. And
do you remember how we all came out for Black Panther? We came out for that shit.
Well, I was gonna say
that. I was so proud to be Black during that moment. Oh yeah. This is nobody's talking about that moment, right? Good.
Yo, Shake, I don't want to throw negativity on that, but I also want to highlight the fact that corporations in Hollywood do take advantage of that kind of Black moment where they purposely put Black actors in the movie, like film, but it's just to attract Black people. They don't really care about the Black audience. They just care about the money that the Black audience brings.
And I don't care about that. It's
I think we should. Yeah. Don't get me wrong, because remember, we're assuming that because like we're going out to see a Black actor, that the Black money that we're giving them is going toward that Black actor. It may not be the case. It may be going towards the white people behind the scenes.
Yeah, I didn't matter. For me, Black Panther was bigger than that. I wanted my kids, or I wanted children to see themselves in a hero. You know, because before it was Superman and Batman and Spider-Man, and they're all white. So I wanted them to see that power in themselves, and the way that they see it is, someone that looks like them, someone that they could be.
Representation is very, very important.
Very powerful to children.
So yes, the money is big, and yes, they made a lot of money off of us, and I don't care because I think it did a lot for our spirit.
I think you shouldn't say I don't care, because it's, remember, like don't get me wrong.
Not that I don't care.
Black Panther was great for the culture. Don't get me wrong, but like it shouldn't come at the cost of us being exploited or anything of that nature. And we spoke about
I don't feel 100% exploited by that, because I feel like it still supported us in our.
It was proud.
It was a proud moment for me, and I also felt. Go ahead, Mash. I'll let you say something, and then I'll go after you.
Sorry, I just wanted to know how you guys feel about white actors being casted for Black roles, like when you have instances when you have like there was a movie where they had
when Scarlett Johansson got cast as what's her name?
No, that's not what I mean. I'm talking about when there's like kings and queens and like Egyptian roles, like with white people being casted for those roles, like Gods of Egypt. Perfect example. So I feel
like that's trash. I feel like that movie was trash at the box office, and that's why like you don't misrepresent Black people like that.
Or how do you feel about? Oh no, I only think it's appropriate. I want to mention this one, but okay. Go ahead.
Man. No, I was just about to say, movies like that, people really have to like. I don't really pay it attention at first until somebody actually points it out to me. It'd be something that somebody would have to point out for me. I feel like I don't really take into account the ethnicity of the person playing this traditionally black role, unless it was like,
what about there was
do you remember 12 Years a Slave? Like 12 Years a Slave. Everybody remembers that movie, right? The only reason I bring up that movie, there was a black person, the black slave. I don't want to mispronounce his name. He plays Baron Mordo in Doctor Strange. That movie. I don't want to mispronounce his name, but I'm talking about the marketing for that movie. The original marketing for that movie had him as the star, but when you see like marketing for maybe like outside the U.S., they had Brad Pitt as kind of the star, making it look like he was the star of the movie when he played a minor
he had
role
a very
at the very
small
end of
cameo.
it.
He had a very minor,
Exactly.
At the
So
end of the
like,
movie. Yeah.
I'm just saying that to say that like in terms of like Black Panther and Black moments, but it's like there are instances where they kind of like push it towards like something that isn't towards us at all. I don't want to say,
and I'm wondering, and I'm wondering if they did that because maybe overseas more people knew who Brad Pitt was, and probably that's how they wanted to filter in the money. But still, in all, if that man was the lead, they still should have,
I mean, it's mismarketing for people who thought that Brad Pitt was going to star in it because he only had like a small role in it at the end. So it's like.
And they don't care. Like, they want the money.
They don't care.
Like you
they
said.
want the money. Yeah.
But I want to answer Mash's question and I want to answer Flash's question. But Flash, you want to go first?
I had a question, but go ahead. I'd rather you go first.
I wanted to answer Mash's question where he said, what specifically was your question? Do you like it when, how do you feel about black people being played by white people? Or black characters being played by white people? I hate that. I don't feel like it should exist. There's tons of black actors, and I hate when we continually use the same actors. There's so many other black actors.
Has there a movie that's ever done it right? A white person playing a black person correctly? I've never heard of one.
I feel the same way about Jamaican. Find a Jamaican actor.
I was just about to say
loves that. I know you was gonna say that, Mo. But I hate it. Like they use Debbie Allen. I mean, what was Whitley's name? From is it Debbie Allen?
No,
it's not Debbie Allen.
Debbie Allen is Felicia Rashad's sister.
Yes, not that one. It's the one that played Whitley from
A Different World.
A Different World. What's her name? I forgot her name. Jasmine Guy. I used to love her. I felt like I was Whitley. Hello. But anyway, no, Jasmine Guy played a Jamaican woman in Harlem, which is the show that Megan Good is in. And I was just like, she did a horrible actress. Like she did a horrible accent. She's a great actress, but she did a horrible accent. Why not find a Jamaican original actor? You know what I mean? So that bothers me.
Remember Zoe Saldana? I think there was some heat for her. She was playing. Sorry, apologies. I forgot the movie, but she was playing an iconic black actor. And there was
it's called Nina Simone movie. Nina Simone.
Thank you, Mash. And there was
they casted Zoe Saldana to play her character, but she has darker skin. They should have casted somebody with darker skin instead of her.
And I think it was another artist they had. I forgot her name as well. I'm fucking it up, but she had to use a lot of makeup to kind of recreate the look that she had when they could have had someone who naturally kind of fit the look. India Ari, I believe, was the better candidate that people were saying at the time. But anyway, I remember we was talking about white people kind of playing back roles, but I also think about how Hollywood chooses specific black people, but not maybe accurate black people.
Right.
Correct. I agree.
It's a specific kind of market that they're trying to attract.
And then I wanted to say real quick, and then I'm done. So to answer your question, Flash, is I do support movies if they are black. Like if there's a black director or a black actor, I do try to support it, and I do try to go to the movie theaters. Like I definitely watched Black Panther on bootleg, but I wanted to make sure that my dollars counted for that movie in the numbers. And I know how you feel about that, Boogie, but I did go and spend money at the theater just to support it. I did the same thing for like Will Smith movies too, because I just wanted to support it. But I know it.
Shout out to Will Smith. My man been doing big numbers back in 1995, back when he was on that like Will Smith show. Jamie Foxx, all them legends. Like TV show stars was definitely making it seem like I could do more than TV. Like when he transitioned from TV to movies, I feel like that was also kind of low key a good moment for a lot of people to kind of watch. Like, he could do that and do a movie. I feel like that was a lot of energy for people that was up and coming at the time.
Yeah. Just a quick question. I didn't want to stay too long on it, but would y'all watch a movie where white people tried to play slaves?
Yes.
No.
I would love to see that shit.
There was, after Game of Thrones ended, the directors, they talked about pitching a show where slavery kind of still existed, and there was like an aftermath of it, seeing how people reacted. That shit got shut down so fucking fast because no one wanted to see those shit like that. White people should never be playing slaves because it's like, what's the point of that? It's so disrespectful.
I would love to see it because I want them to see
the director trying to put out a movie where white
felt.
people are being slaves and like in reflection of black people and it don't get bombed. Like that's
what if it was a Spike Lee shit? I don't know.
Why would Spike Lee do a movie with white slaves unless it was to like really like showcase the moment in terms of black people in power? But it's like, why? We already kind of get the message from real life.
I guess I didn't know, like, would that trigger like black people? Would that trigger white people?
I feel like that would trigger a lot of people.
I think it would trigger white people, and I want them to see what it looked like and how they would feel if they were in our shoes. So I'm
thinking about a comedy. Like, imagine a white comedy where white people are being slaves and people are making jokes about that.
That would be more offensive. That would be more funny about it. That would be more offensive if it's a comedy. If it's legit playing, that would be very offensive to me if it was a comedy and you're making fun of it. However, if it's a movie and they're legitimately playing a slave, it does kind of put them in our shoes. They'll never experience it. Yeah, they'll never experience it.
In no shape, form, or fashion can we legitimize that as an acceptable fucking film.
Thank you.
I personally
would
think
never
that
support that shit.
If someone pitched an idea to me, like, yo, you gonna go watch this movie with white people playing slaves? I'd be like, why? Why? What am I gonna get out of that film? Right. What could I possibly get out of that? Is it supposed to be funny? Because it ain't funny. It's supposed to be entertaining. Because
am I supposed to feel better? Look, white people are playing slaves on TV, so I should feel pretty good. Fuck no.
At no point do I think that'd be something that I'd be interested in. But somebody will watch it. Somebody will watch it.
Unless there was like an overall theme to it, I just don't see it being successful. Like, there's just no reason to put that on TV. We got real life reflections enough to, like, we don't need entertainment of that level on TV.
I got you.
Like, even that subject matter, it's like only like you have to entertain some real shit. And it's like, I just don't see it being done. Like,
okay. Now I was asking, like I said, but yeah, I just to answer the question too. I do support black
there's
movies,
some questions,
and I definitely try to be more word of mouth because I know I watch a lot of black bootlegs, but yeah, I support when I can. All right.
I mean, we all seen Friday officially, right? So I think that's support enough right there.
Yeah, they're staples. Yeah, I get that.
So wait, did anybody say what their favorite black one was? Because I didn't remember saying mine.
Favorite black movie?
Favorite black movie?
Oh, okay.
I got a few.
My favorite black movie. I love this movie. I don't know. It's my favorite movie. It's The Best Man.
Yeah, that's.
I love The Best Man. I really like The Best Man.
There's a part.
I like all the Fridays.
Yeah.
Shout out to all the Fridays, TJ. Real shit. Especially Friday After Next, which is underrated in my opinion. I feel like that shit is funny as a motherfucker, especially around the holidays. No shade.
Yo. Go ahead.
But I do want, for some odd reason, I want to shout out, I believe it's Set It Off with the four ladies.
Oh, yeah.
Queen Latifah. In terms of action flicks at the time, I ain't gonna hold you. Those ladies did their thing in terms of just taking four regular ladies and just showing them like, yo, we need to get this motherfucking money. And they was like, yo, we gonna go out trying to get this motherfucking money. And I respect that film. Classic, underrated, but deserves its moment in the sunlight.
Correct.
Okay. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with like Soul Food. I don't know what it was about Big Mama House.
Yes, that's in my top. Flash, that's in my
family. Fucked my husband.
The family fucked my husband.
As a kid, that was inappropriate for me to watch. That was saucy as a kid.
That is the best part of the movie.
I love
when homegirl fucked Shorty's husband.
Yep.
And they was at dinner together. Like, why are you worried about him? Go worry about him fucking. It was just. It was so organic, so real. You could feel that.
That
shit.
was a top movie.
Food.
Big Mama.
Best Man, Soul Food. Yeah.
It showcased how essential that grandmother was, and how, like, when she faded, like how everyone kind of splintered. And from the young homeboy's perspective, I forgot Lil Man's name. I'm forgetting everybody's name, fucking it up. But Lil Man was like kind of the centerpiece where we kind of saw things through his eyes, and it's like I love that framing perspective. That was a great movie. Shout out to that, Flash.
I love Soul Food.
Who else got one?
I'm gonna
go with Malcolm X. That was one of my favorite movies. Spike Lee's version.
Good. Okay.
Okay.
Go ahead, man.
Go ahead, man.
I love fucking Crooklyn, and I love Do the Right
Oh
Thing.
yes,
Those are my two
I just talked
favorite
about
black
we
films.
just talked about Crooklyn last
I
week.
What's Brooklyn?
love
I feel like
Crooklyn.
I don't know much about that.
Crooklyn was a
Brooklyn.
story of a black family
Yeah.
growing up in
Black
Black
Leaves,
family in
Black
Brooklyn.
Leaves.
in Brooklyn, Bed-Stuy,
In Brooklyn.
and it
Yeah.
showed how they experienced
The mom has
reality.
5
like
children,
5 kids.
right? Yeah,
Oh,
5
yeah,
kids
yeah,
and
Mo.
5 children.
Mhm.
No, we just talked about this in a training, and basically, the film was brought up to say, do we feel like the mother was being like abusive towards her children? Because remember the scene, Mash, where she left out and told them to clean up the kitchen, and she came back and woke everybody up out of their sleep, and was like hitting, like popping them on the butt and stuff, and hitting them upside their head. And I was honestly telling them like this is, and that's what we talked about. Like, well, that's Black culture, and that's normal. And no, to me, that's not
Tell you
abusive.
that handle.
That's the way that she handled her children. She had an expectation, and she said what she said. She said, when I get back, the home needs to be she didn't pick up an object to hit them. She, you're allowed to discipline your children, and that's what she did. As a mother of 5 children, she needs to have some type of order. So that's what she was doing, teaching her children.
Facts. 5 kids is chaos.
Teaching her children, teaching her children, when I tell you to do something, you're gonna do it, and to show them, because I guarantee you one thing, I bet you they're not gonna do that again, because she woke them up out of their sleep and was like, come down and clean up the kitchen. So now they know, if she say clean the kitchen, let me do that shit before I go to bed, because
You ain't trying to get woken up again.
I'm not trying to get woken up again. Right.
Facts.
Go ahead, man. Yeah.
So Crooklyn and Do the Right Thing, those are my 2 favorite black joints. I feel like Spike Lee does a really good job. Well, I feel like his
Shout out
work
to Spike
does a
Lee.
really
He been
good
doing this
job
for a long time.
capturing the black experience.
The Wood was good too.
His lens is amazing.
Oh, The Wood was.
And he's been doing this
The Wood.
consistently for decades, so definitely shout out to that man.
Yeah, like The Best Man, Soul Food, The Wood.
Yeah, them shits.
I feel like
he's
particular,
I feel like The Preacher's Wife and Soul Food and all that stuff was one era, and then you go to then you go to The Wood and all the other shit, The Wood, and what was the other one you mentioned?
The Best Man?
So
The Best
Get
Man.
Married, shit
The
like
Best
that.
Man,
Best
yeah,
Man.
The Best
That was a
Man.
whole nother era
Yeah.
and shit. It's like different eras, you know what I'm saying? I
And
love
then
different
Tyler
eras
Perry,
of black
Why Did I
movies.
Get Married? It had
Wait.
like an accident
I'm
in
sorry.
it.
I just want to throw this one out here too. I mentioned the 2 classics, but my current favorite black movie is Django. Django is my favorite black movie.
Oh.
Yo, I
Why
love
Did They
Django,
Fall?
bro.
Huh?
I love Django, bro.
Did you guys see The Heart of They Fall?
Django.
Yeah,
I
did you
watched
guys
it
see
4
that?
times.
Yeah,
Did you guys see that
saw How
movie?
They
It's called
Fall.
The Heart of They Fall. Yeah, it was on.
But
Netflix.
yeah, I like
All
that
the
one
better
too.
than
I like
Fall
both
was
of them.
good.
It ain't
How
better
They
than
Fall was
Django.
good, but I'll be remiss if I didn't talk about how amazing the Django was. The Django,
Django.
Yeah.
Django.
top 5
Absolutely.
Django.
Top 5 what?
Yo,
black films.
Greatest movies. Yeah. Black
Top
films.
5 greatest?
he said
I gotta
black
rewatch it
movie.
again. I don't know if I ranked that down. I gotta rewatch
know-
that shit.
You know the word
Watch that
greatest
shit
is
again.
subjective,
Watch
right?
that shit
I mean,
again,
like
bro.
we talked about Malcolm X, Boys in the Hood.
Top
We
five.
talked about some
Top
good
five.
classics.
It's
You
a
go
good
put.
one.
Top 5. You heard me.
I gotta watch that again. I gotta watch it again.
Django, bro.
Yeah.
Jay was really good.
Yo, anybody else got any movies? Any last entries? Going once.
Shout out to Martin Lawrence as well. I definitely
what's-
want to give him respect. TVs
You
and
know
movies.
what?
He's also brother doing his thing. Sorry, I didn't want to interrupt you. Most
Yeah.
when he was
No, you know a movie I like too, and it's not a it's a halfway, because it is some white Matthew McConaughey played in it, but it's just a movie of the time of how I feel like a black father don't give a fuck. He's gonna
Time to
protect his
Kill.
family. A Time to Kill, and she knows it. A Time to Kill. That
was a
movie
hard
right there. That movie
That
was a
was a
hard movie, but that movie was of a black father that said, "I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna do what I gotta do to protect my damn family,
My child, damn.
my child." Exactly. And that movie right there, Time to Kill. I always really like that movie. I really
No.
do.
He did what he had to do to avenge his child.
To avenge his
Remember
child.
that?
Yeah, correct.
Yeah,
Yes, to
yeah.
avenge.
He had to
Yeah, to
avenge
whatever
child.
he had to do, he didn't care. And I
They raped the
Yeah,
raped
they-
the child.
got-
yeah.
Can I just this is not like top 5, but I do want to say it's like underrated. We don't talk about it, but I do want to shout the brother out because he's always been consistent on a low, and he's had his ups and downs. So before I just want to say that before I put the brother's name out there. Shout out to Chris Brown. He's a brother that sings. He's also a brother that's done movies.
Yes.
And I do want to shout out a specific movie that he did with T.I. called Takers.
Yes.
I like that joint.
That was
way
a good
back
movie.
when.
Yeah.
I feel like that's underrated, but I did enjoy it, and more to the point, I enjoyed Chris Brown's performance in that. I thought he did his thing, and I just feel like it's just underrated how like he naturally did have a movie talent in addition to
Even
his
this
singing.
Christmas was good. I'm
So
sorry.
Yeah.
yo, I was
Facts.
yesterday.
So
yesterday
shout
I
out
was
to that
watching
brother in terms of his acting ability in addition to singing.
Yesterday I was watching an old movie by what's this guy's?
And
What's this
dancing.
Kevin Hart? Son, Kevin Hart used to be such a trash actor, bro. Oh my god, his acting made me so upset. I don't know if it was high. I don't know if it's because I was high. I'm really critical of movies when I get high. But when I was watching this shit,
I love it, Shaked Up.
Look, the angles of the shit was trash. Everything was. I watched it was on Tubi. Okay,
wait, which was watching? Which was watching?
And I can't remember the name of it. Was so trash. I cut that shit off in 15 minutes. The
yo, you know what's wild?
Everything was trash about it.
Yo, I found myself watching his joint on Netflix, True Story, and I was like, yo, it's pretty good though.
That shit was good as hell. That shit was good.
I like it.
That was really good. I love that. I like it.
Yeah, I'm not done with it. Yeah.
Oh, you haven't watched it yet? Oh, yeah.
No, I have. No, I'm like 3 or 4 episodes in. Yeah.
I want to tell you what happens at the end though.
No,
wait, that's the new film that he had about like him.
No, the old film that's new. Yeah, it's new though.
Yeah.
But he's
like 2 months ago.
Like he's talking about like how his brother set him up, something like that.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah,
but, don't tell me. Don't tell me because I want to watch it.
Yeah.
All right. All right. So let's move on now. All right. Wait, am I doing this?
We finishing the episode, TJ. You.
Okay, so we're gonna finish. Thank you guys for listening to another episode of Sophisticatedly Ratchet. This was our Blackity Black Part 2, and we're calling it the sweeter the berry.
Black of the berry. Black of the
berry.
Sorry.
Get it together, TJ.
Sorry, guys. The black of the berry, and we're gonna have another episode coming out called the sweeter the juice.
Yes.
So this is the black of the berry. Stay tuned for it. The sweeter the juice. But if you're not listening to us on all the platforms, we're everywhere you can hear podcasts. We're on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Pandora, you name it, we're there. Check us out, share us with a friend. If you're not connected with us, connect with us on IG. Follow us, save us, subscribe, share us with a friend. We're on IG at So Ratchet Podcast. We're also on YouTube at So Ratchet Podcast if you want to see our beautiful faces. We're on TikTok at So Ratchet Podcast as well. We're going to be putting out more content on TikTok. Bear with us. Also on Twitter, we're on So Ratchet Pod. Thank you guys for listening. You're a part of the tribe. And that's it. Deuces.
Thanks.
Deuces. Thank you.
Peace.